G'day everybody. Chris Skeen. I'm doing the book review this week, and the book that I'm going to review is called The Inner Game of Success by Ruben Gonzalez. And Ruben Gonzalez was a four-time Olympian, and he was a luge rider. So the story goes, and why I like this book so much. I mean, I'll give it a rating at the end. But the story goes was that he didn't start. He had an Olympic dream from when he was a kid, but he wasn't physically endowed to do anything pretty much that involved him as an athlete, because he wasn't a gifted athlete. He didn't have the build of an athlete, but he had a determination that he wanted to be in the Olympics. He had a vision, he had a dream. As a young kid, he could see himself. He just lived and breathed and loved the Olympics. So at the age of 21 or 20, he went through all the things you could become an Olympian, and pretty much because of his physical limitations. The one thing he came back to was the luge ride, and the main thing was because of the staying power, the mental capacity you need to become a luge rider, because they break their bones all the time, and he just felt that by sheer attrition, he would, if he hung in there long enough, when everyone else is out the door, he would keep coming back. And pretty much that's what he did. So at age 21 he started, and by the time he was 25 in the 1986 Olympics or something, I think it was, can't remember the exact year, 1988, sorry, it would have been, he made the Olympics. So it's a phenomenal story about getting there. But then not only did he make the one Olympics, then he made another 3 Olympics in subsequent decades. Not 4 years later. I think he might have made one 4 years later, 92. So he made 88, 92, and then he'd make one again until the year 2000, and then 2000 or 2002, whatever it was, in 2012. So over a period of 4 decades, he made 4 Olympics. Phenomenal story. But the reason I like this book so much was because I'll just flick through some pages here. You'll see that every page finishes pretty much a couple of pages later. Every chapter, it's almost like he does a chapter in 2 pages. And at the end of each chapter, he puts in a put in action. So got a page, how to get yourself to take action, and then it's put in action, a little thing on what to do. Next one's take a chance. It's only a page of writing what to do. The next chapter here, successful people set goals, what to do. It's a phenomenal book. It's a really easy read, and every section put into action, put into action, put into action. He tells you what to do. He talks a lot about, obviously, goal setting. He talks a lot about the coach, his mentor, and what happened in the end of this story. Well, not the end of the story, I'm not reckoning it on you, but basically he became a public speaker by chance, more so because a young kid asked him at some stage, it might have been in his last Olympics, can you come and talk at our school? And so he did, and he talked from the heart about his stories and about setting goals and whatnot, and they just loved him. Kids loved him, the teachers loved him, and it grew from there, and quickly he became a public speaker. But then he based it all around the schools. At the end of the school year, basically he had no work because all the kids had gone on holidays for 2 months, and he went down the gurgler, and he had no teaching, he had no talks to do, and he was struggling to crack it in the commercial world, and so he ended up in the food line. He's a 4-time Olympian and he's on food vouchers. So he rode that out. He realised he had to get into the commercial speaking world, and then again he went back to his success stories. And I've got to get a good mentor, I've got to get a good coach, I've got to set some goals. So he did all that, and now he's become an awesome public speaker. So the theories and everything he talks about in here is not just for, obviously, being an athlete. It's about life. It's about setting goals. He's huge on setting goals. Clearly, goes over a lot of different ways, and huge on getting a mentor and someone to help you get to where you're going. So I loved it. Great read, really easy read, and it's only my second book. So it's really easy to read. If you haven't read too many books, grab this one. In fact, if it's your first book, then grab this one, because it's an easy read, and you'll get through it. You can read, if you're falling asleep, or you can read one page. At least you've read a page and a chapter and what to do next. So I've got, obviously, lots of little, my keyholes, I shouldn't be turning the pages of the book, but lots of little places where I've corner marked it for whatever reason. I like something about that, what to do next in that chapter. So some great stuff in here. I've implemented some of these strategies, and I certainly learned some more. Always learning. Loved it. Rating out of 10. Look, I'm going to give this because I haven't read too many books, so I've got to go up somewhere. I'll give it an 8. 8 out of 10. Great book. The Inner Game of Success. Ruben Gonzalez.